Jessica Bonniwell.
I think you're muted, Kirby. Kirby Moyna.
Dr. Sonia Tourville.
Okay, did we get Matt and Patrick on there?
Patrick Comgard.
Okay. All right. You all got a copy of the minutes from last time. Did you get those, Matt? Okay.
Yes, I did. Yep, as part of the
All right.
agenda.
Yeah, we didn't really do much last time because we were short 3 members. So do I have a motion to approve the minutes from last meeting on the 20th?
So move.
Okay. Second? I'll go ahead and second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign? Okay, approval of minutes approved unanimously. Treasurer's report.
Yes, let's see, fund balances, Economic Development Authority, current balance 171, 145, 39 cents. EDA revolving loan fund 257, 754, 78 cents.
All right, thanks, Patrick. Okay, old business. We got an update from Matt Brohart, our new city planner. It's all yours, Matt.
All right. So I'll probably just run through, I don't know that we have anything that's brand new, so I'll probably just run through what was on last time's agenda and just see if I can provide an update or no update
Okay.
on those items.
Okay.
I'll just run through what was under old business last time with the preserve. They have continued to inquire. One of the developer that's working with Mr. Brummer that purchased the property, Kevin Clark with J.K. Brooks Builders, is going to stop by our office here to review the old plans and just kind of continue to gather information about that project.
Okay.
There's been no submittal or anything like that yet. Number 2 from old business last time, the former Casey's building. I have not been contacted by Mr. Trelstad in the month, approximately a month or so that I've been on the job. I understand he's kind of just in a holding pattern. Let's see, I have no updates to provide on the laundromat or subway, though that individual has not contacted me at all in 5 or 6 weeks that I've been on.
Did you make any attempt at contacting John, or?
I have not.
Okay.
Did not have that person's contact information.
Oh, okay.
But I certainly can. Yeah, if desired, we can reach out to them and see what the latest is.
So Daniel kept all that secret, huh?
I suppose I do. I think I do have access to his older emails if need be. But I've been monitoring and no contacts from him yet.
Okay. And the subway.
Rolling Meadow.
Well, on the subway, that was a different person. They were working with Dan to get a CUP put together for the drive-through, and I don't know where that was left when Dan left. So.
Okay. Yeah, all I can say is that they haven't reached out to us. So there might be in a holding pattern there.
Okay.
Rolling Meadows, 4th edition, Steamboat Lane. That property has been sold, and there's an individual who has been putting together preliminary plans on that. Spoke with their engineer yesterday that's looking at getting the property or surveying and drawing up preliminary plans for that. It sounds like they would like to move forward on that, likely as 8 lots platted. That particular individual is not a builder himself. He would build one home for himself and then look to advertise the platted lots to other builders.
Yeah. That's Ron Prash.
That's correct.
Prosh?
Yep. Ron
Okay.
Prosh. Yep.
Prash. Okay. All right.
And then under the new business from the minutes here, the Uverson second edition townhome development that went to the Planning Commission last week on the 9th. Planning Commission recommended approval of that project. I believe it was unanimous approval. So that's actually a 13. It's a typo in the minutes here. It's a 13-unit townhome development that would go to City Council for final plat and PUD approval on July 12th.
Right. Okay.
So they would just need to submit some updated plans from that developer, taking into consideration some of the recommended changes and conditions that we had recommended.
Okay.
Look for that to move forward. And then I also spoke with Untights. Pronunciation on that is correct.
Yeah, we
spoke with
say
Aaron
Untights.
Untights. All right. Yeah, I spoke with Aaron Searle with them. They're continuing to look at their options for improving the building. They would like to lease the building out to a restaurant or cafe. They would not operate it themselves, but they would like to get the building improved and attract the tenant to that space. I believe that's the only update on that. Looks like the fruit and vegetable stand is up and running. Looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
When I've driven by.
So they didn't say anything about turning that into a cannery, huh?
I know they're still interested in that. He actually inquired about the former Casey's property as well for that use. I think he reached out to that property owner, but I think that property owner is just not in a hurry to do much of anything. But he did inquire about the potential of, leasing that property for doing kind of canning food production type use.
Okay. Well, don't feel bad because I've had probably a year of attempts to phone call or to call Mr. Trelstad, and for some reason he never responds. So I called Jim Peterson, who is a real estate agent in town who's responsible for leasing the property, and he usually gives me some information, but not a whole bunch. So we're kind of in the dark. He wanted to use that facility for a kind of a bobcat or skid loader supply, paraphernalia, implements and stuff like that. And he didn't really need all the floor space in the building. He needed more of the parking lot than he needed anything else. So they were going to put a small office in the building and then lease the rest of it out. I'm surprised that he doesn't want to move along because he's paying for that building and property taxes on it. It's just sitting there. So we've extended several different offers to him, trying to help him with all of the zoning changes and stuff like that. And he doesn't seem to be too responsive. So I'm at a loss of what to do with him. So then the last thing on that list was the Aldi grocery store. I'm kind of at the end of my rope with Aldi. I can't seem to get past a broker. The broker has a list of criteria that need to be met before Aldi considers building a store, and we don't meet all the criteria. However, as I explained to everybody else, when you look at, there are 6 cities surrounding Montrose that are closer to Montrose than they are any Aldi store. So when you add those communities up together and you add the townships that surround them, you're looking at 28,000 people. And Aldi doesn't seem, the broker doesn't seem that Aldi would buy that even with 28,000. So I don't know. one of our council members mentioned working with Hy-Vee, so we'll see what happens with that. Because I think it'd be quite a coup in town if we could get a grocery store here. So, all right. Well, let's see what else did we have on there. And that was pretty much it, wasn't it? Do we have any other? Oh, Patrick, are you at liberty to fill us in on what's going on with your potential client?
Not a lot of details yet. I haven't had an opportunity to get back with him, but I made contact with an individual who is currently searching for commercial property. He's willing to build a building if he needs to do that, and would be moving from another community. The theme of the business is an equipment rental. So I've kind of wanted to approach him and just present some of the opportunities that Montrose can offer. Obviously, real estate is extremely expensive right now, and so he's looking for sort of a cost-effective location. So I guess stay tuned on that. I'd like to show him what Montrose has available. And then, some of the financing options that might be available for him as well.
Okay.
If anything gets too serious into TIF or anything like that, I'm going to refer him directly to Tom. So.
Yeah, because we can certainly get Shannon Sweeney in. Shannon Sweeney is kind of our TIF-TAF expert. And I really trust his judgment because, the rest of us are aware what TIF and TAF are, but we don't know all the intricacies of dealing with that and what the impact is on the city and the business owner. So we would rely on Shannon. So, whenever they're ready to kick that first can down the road, we can get Shannon on the horn and get Matt involved so he knows what's going on and sit down and have a chat with him to figure out exactly what they're looking for. Okay?
So stay tuned.
Yes, we will. Thanks, Patrick.
Yep.
All right. Does anyone have anything else? Sonia, do you have anything for us this week?
I do not.
Okay.
How large of a space is that guy looking for, Patrick? Just out of curiosity, just because that old Casey's building is listed for sale online.
Yeah, that won't be big enough. I was thinking a good fit might be that piece kind of out in front of, just to the east of the liquor store here.
Oh, between Zephyr and Arizona?
Yep. Whether or not he would take it all, I don't know if we could split it, but I think that's a good, because he's going to need some frontage,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did he say, how big of equipment he's looking at? I mean, is he going to rent Bobcats and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, I think it'll be lighter equipment.
Okay. All right. Good. Very similar to the True Value there in Buffalo, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. All right. Anybody else have anything else? We could have a quick meeting here. I'm hearing crickets, so I guess no one has anything else. So, Matt, I appreciate you
Thanks,
trying
Matt.
to pull some things together. I think I may go ahead and call John Boyke, the laundromat guy, and find out, just check in with him, see where he's at. And I do not have the contact name for the guy in the subway. So if you could peruse Daniel's notes and find out who that contact point was, because they are independent of each other, although they're talking about the same building.
Okay.
The subway was going to be in the rear of the building, and then John was going to have his laundromat out front. So, okay.
He was still looking at even if there was any issues with the laundromat, right?
Yeah, well, he's having a problem with his suppliers. I don't know if it's that he can't get the equipment or the equipment has gone up so much in price that it kind of put him on the fence whether he wanted to go through with it or not. Because last I talked to John was probably in May, and at that point in time he was still trying to work something out with the supplier on the equipment, and he was still trying to get plumbing and electrical bids. So I think he may have gotten sticker shock, and once he started looking at some of that. So, and he was asking me if I could recommend anybody, and I told him I'm not in a position to do that. You know, he'll have to ask around. I don't want to be recommending, you know, electricians and plumbers. So anyway, so that's kind of where we're at on that one. There was that raisin chicken thing too. Have you looked into any of that, Kirby, or do we need to kind of look at that independently?
I've gotten zero interest back from any of the fast food places that I've reached out to. So,
Okay.
and I haven't got any responses from the 3 or 4 grocery store type places that I've tried to contact their headquarters, but just nothing.
Yeah. Well, welcome to my nightmare on that one. Okay. All right. Well, we just keep plugging away, gang, I guess, right? So,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Yay. All right. Thank you all. I appreciate your time, and we'll try to get this recording thing squared away before the next meeting. Now, we do have a meeting scheduled for, let's see, was it July 20th? I am going to be in Seattle on July 20th, so unless you want to run a meeting, Kirby, maybe we could skip next month and go on to August. Is that preferable?
If there's nothing of importance on there, we can always wait a month if we need.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not an issue.
Okay. And Matt, I would appreciate that if you find out anything on any of these, you know, things that we have going on, just shoot me a quick email. You have my email address because I sent you the
Yep.
link. So,
Sure.
all right.
Sure.
All right, everybody, have a great day and stay cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later.
Bye.